Technology limitations, mitigation strategies. So what do we do and how do we overcome these technology limitations? One, have a concerted technology strategy. Schools should have a technology strategy through which all classrooms that are using technology operate. When we have such a concerted technology strategy in schools that all teachers are aware of, we can budget how many classes at one time can use technology. And then we can actually allocate time slots to different grades, that this is the time you can use technology, this is the time when the bandwidth will not be overloaded and you will be able to use the technology more comfortably. And so we have to work in a concerted effort to help one another so that all classes, all students have technology options available to them at least once or twice during the school day. Second, evaluate and test interoperability of devices. You need to test and ascertain, are the devices interoperable? In other words, will they work in different conditions, in different situations? It works at home, but it doesn't work in school. It will serve no purpose. It works in school, but it doesn't work at home. It again will serve no purpose. You cannot leave your work undone because you were not able to finish it at home. You need to keep pace with the use of technology. Schools to provide neighborhood Wi-Fi coverage. Neighborhoods have Wi-Fi. People today are just used to Wi-Fi. Life without Wi-Fi is unthinkable today. So ask the neighborhood. And many people are willing to provide at a lower cost, maybe even free for education purposes. And the neighborhood may actually chip in because remember, a lot of our students that come to us come from the same neighborhood. So find out, ask, try, and work around what is available. Schools to introduce loaner programs. We can loan devices to students, especially if the school has worked with a donor or an agency and maybe got even 10, 20, 30 iPads, for example. That can be loaned to students. And students understand this is on loan. They understand they need to take care of the device and the gadget. It must be returned in the same condition at the end of class or at the end of day, depending on the loaner period. Effectiveness tracking challenges. How do we keep track of the teaching and learning that should be happening in a technology-enabled classroom? Limited measurements. This is something new. We have not devised measurement tools that will help us, like paper and pencil tests, to determine how good this is working or not working. What kind of feedback the computer or the software program or the application provides to the student is not what a teacher would know. It's only what a student would know because it moves on with the next program or the next issue or the next question. And so these are limitations that will need to be overcome. Impact on student achievement. How do we say that students are achieving in a technology-enabled classroom? Can they write? Good. Can they write for a certain period of time? Can they discuss things at a forum and contribute to the forum? How do we determine these things? These become challenges. Long-term versus short-term impact measurement. Short-term, this week, today, this semester, this term, this year. Long-term, when you leave after 5, 6, 10 years from the school, what will you be doing? What are we using to measure short-term and long-term impacts of use of technology in the classroom? This opens up a lot of areas for research where people doing master's and maybe even doctoral degrees could come in and actually do the research to help us ascertain how good this initiative or this program is or has been. Return on investment analysis. You've put in the investment, the schools have put in the investment, the government may have put in the investment. You need to see the effect of the returns. What is the return on that investment? Again, another good area for future research prospects. So, effectiveness tracking mitigation strategy. Track student performance through test scores pre and post technology introduction. Before you introduce technology to a class, test your students. What do they know? What can they do? And then, when you've finished post technology usage, test them again. Whatever that time span may be, you cannot do post technology things every day or every week. It will take maybe a month, 2 months, a semester, a term before you can actually determine that impact. You will need to give yourself that kind of time. Technology-focused surveys for teachers, students, and school administration. Prepare a questionnaire. Ask the students involved, the teachers involved, the administration involved, how is it working? Is it even working? What would you want to continue? What would you want to change? And why you would want to do it. That is important. When all three, the administration, the teachers, and the students are on the same page with technology-enabled education, much better results can be observed.